If you have a man who treats you really good, but his appearance, as far as dressing and not shaving, is a turn off every time, what do you do? Bye-bye. I don't want to miss out on a good man. I get excited in anticipation of seeing him. When I do, I'm let down. Anybody want to take Rock? Rock, yeah.
Well, I think the question is more what attracted you to him in the first place?
Yeah,
That's good.
And move forward with that, because shaving or appearance, that's just a razor, and instead of jeans and a t-shirt, just we dress up, we go out to dinner tonight or whatever. That's so minute. That's not important to the relationship.
Well, let's put it this way. When we talk about being Christian, let's say being godly, that you should, this is your body's your temple, and not necessarily for vain reasons, but if you're going to be intimate with somebody, at some point you need to kind of shave it, cut your face, cut a woman's face.
Treat him to a spa day.
But here's the thing, some women will like him not to shave. There are women out there who wouldn't want him to shave. And if he doesn't want to shave, why does he need to shave?
I know that's right.
Harold.
Yeah.
Because Harold is not shaving. So, if he doesn't want to shave and you want him to shave, bye-bye. He's the wrong one for you. He's the wrong. I remember years ago, Michael Bazin, who has a radio show, he had a vasectomy. The women were calling in irate with him. How could you do that? What happens if you meet a woman and she wants children? Oh my God, they were up in arms. He said, if I meet a woman who wants kids, she's not the woman for me. But they were making him wrong for having the vasectomy. I think it was a wonderful thing if that's the choice he wanted. So don't make him wrong for not wanting to shave. That's who he is. He's not for you. And I think you can move on. There are too many men out here with clean faces. You can move on.
But
Yes.
I'm sorry, but what about just asking him to shave?
What about just asking him to shave? If he says no, though, then...
Well, if he says no, maybe you guys can have a conversation, but you can't be afraid to ask for what
Can't
you
be
want.
afraid to ask for what you want. Okay.
Men are really. I probably shouldn't take the liberty of speaking for all of us like this, but we're really not that sensitive. If you ask us to shave, it's really not that big of a deal.
It might not be that deep.
It might not be that deep. You got it. You hear it from the experts. Ask him to shave. It might not be that deep. It might not be that serious. He might say, okay, baby, no problem. Right? Okay. All right. Is there such a thing as being interested in a lady, but being too busy to call or ask one out? Who's taking that? Okay, we didn't hear it in the back. Is there such a thing as being interested in a lady, but being too busy to call or ask one out?
No.
Just not into you.
Her answer was no. He's just not that into you, which is on the suggested reading list.
Wait.
So let's let the men answer. Yes, Wayne.
There's degrees of interest. He could be interested in her, but maybe not as interested as she would want. There's a degree of interest. He's interested, but he has work or children or whatever he has, and maybe that is just something that is weighing in more on him at that point.
Jesus.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
But wait, now see, this is what we're guilty of, and this is what we're guilty of, women. We're not listening to what they're saying. We have to listen. We're coming up with all this stuff, but these are what the men are saying. So I want to be able to hear them and receive what they're saying. Jesus, what are you going to tell us?
I agree with what he said, but I would say that, he can be interested, but maybe just the interest level's not entirely there yet. And I would say also that humans make time for the things they value.
That's
You know,
right. That's right.
if that's true, then if he likes you a lot, he will make time for you. At the end of the day, that's all I gotta say about that.
And to piggyback on what Jose was saying, I'm sorry,
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm not, you know,
No,
Jesus,
generalizing
Jesus is in the room,
all
we're very
Hispanics.
happy.
What Mr. Lopez was saying. But to piggyback on that, I don't know how many points of contact, how many times you've interacted to feel that he's taking too long. It could just be that what he's seen thus far has yet to pique his interest to the point where he's ready to pursue. With more interaction, as more layers are pulled away, you never know how interested he may become. So sometimes our timetables don't necessarily coincide, but it just may mean that we haven't seen what creates that spark yet.
Okay.
So in other
Well-
words, he's just not that
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment, I get it, at the moment, he might not be, and so then you should not be that into him, if it's a matter of time and waiting, am I right about that? Okay, all right, this one is to Jesus, amazing man number 2, Jesus. Could you please ask my daughter Tanisha for her number?